hi there. Hi, hey, don't worry, it's okay. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm not here to harm you or anything like that. There's nothing to be afraid of here. I'm just gonna sit down and I'll explain what's going on. Well, I don't exactly know if you can understand me, but I'm going to talk to you as if you can. Right now, you are at a research facility, and you are in very safe hands. At this research facility, what we do is that we examine unknown species. Well, species that are unknown to us, to my people. And we do that because our aim here at this facility is to gain a better understanding and gain a better insight into extraterrestrial life and unidentified forms of life, so that we, as a society, can gain a better understanding of beings such as yourself, so that we can all live in harmony. Because a lot of people can be quite scared of other life forms, and we want to tell people that there's nothing to be afraid of. So what's going to happen is that I am going to perform an examination on you, and I know that sounds scary, but I'm going to make it as painless as possible, okay? The last thing I want to do is hurt you. I'm going to perform an examination to gain a better understanding of you and your physiology. You will probably stay here for a while, but you will be returned back to your home. I can promise you that. So, let me think. I think the first thing to do is take your temperature so that we have a baseline for you. You don't seem too hot or too cold, but we do like to get a baseline temperature at the start of these exams, just so we can have it on file. So, let me get the thermometer. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it in your ear. Actually, I'll demonstrate on myself first. I'm going to put it in your ear like this. I'm going to press this button, and when I hear a beep, like that, I'm going to take it out and I'm going to read this number here. Okay? And that's it. That's all I'm going to do. So let me just reset it. I'm going to get a bit closer to you, okay? It's okay, it's okay. I'm going to put this in your ear. And now we wait for the beep. There it is. And that's it. You're done. Now I can take it out and read the number. Okay, let me just write that down. And that's the first little part done. That wasn't so scary, was it? You did really well. Some species are not too kind when you go near their ears, So a temperature check does not always go so smoothly. But thankfully you don't seem too on edge, which is always nice. So let me just put that over there. Now, what I think needs to be done is... Sorry if you can hear some noises here and there, by the way. I don't know how much you may be able to hear it, but there will be some background noise here and there. It's a bit busy around here sometimes. But I think what we next need to do is hook you up to the brain activity test. So in these examinations, what we like to do is measure the brain activity of different species so that we can look at your brain, see how it works, how it responds to different things, different stimuli, and what that will involve is attaching these small metal patches to your head, or just all around your head, and these metal patches are going to record the activity in your brain. And can you see each patch has a wire here? This wire goes back to this machine behind me, and that machine is going to record your brain activity so that we can look at it, examine it, and see how your brain responded in this examination. Okay? So I'm going to come around you and put all these on now. And don't worry, it's not going to hurt. I'm going to go do that now. Like I said, you will not feel a thing. This is going to be pretty much painless. And we will take it off when the exam is over. Okay, all of those are attached. Let me just set up the machine. Okay, great, that's up and running. Perfect. Right, so now we can get into the bulk of this examination. So let me think, what should be done first? I reckon a quick eye test should be in order. You seem pretty fine. Your eyes seem pretty okay. Beautiful colour, I have to say. But just as a routine thing, just make sure. I'm going to hold my hand in front of you and no, you're not meant to grab my hand. I mean, you can if you want to, but that's not what I wanted you to do. Okay. You don't seem to be doing any harm. So let me swap over to my left hand. Here, you can grab my left hand instead. Since I'm right-handed, I kind of need this one. But what I'm going to do is put this hand, and don't grab it. I'm going to put this hand in front of you, and I'm going to just move my hand left and right, and I just want you to follow it with your eyes, okay? So moving to the left, and then over to the right, over to the left again, and then over to the right. Okay, perfect. no troubles there. So next, I'm going to need both of my hands for this next part. So I'm going to just gently pry your hand from mine. But if you really want to, you can hold it later on. That's fine. Next, I'm going to just examine your face, okay? And all that means is me just gently touching your face, just feeling your skin, and just having a more in-depth look, okay? So let me just move my chair a bit closer to you for this part. I'm going to move very slowly. I'll start at your forehead, just gently pressing, just tapping around your face, moving to your temples, and then around the sides of your face, and then to the middle of your face. The texture of your skin, some people may not find pleasing to touch, but I personally like it. I find it very pleasant to touch. Okay, so here comes the potentially troubling part. What I need to do is take a skin sample from you, and it doesn't sound the most comforting, I know, but it's going to be very quick, okay? So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I think I'm going to take one sample from your face, and I think one sample from your arm as well. So let me get the local anesthetic. What this is a anesthetic gel that we have created here at the facility, and this is just going to numb the general area that I apply it to, okay? So that you will feel no pain when I take the sample, okay? So let me get some on my hands. You don't need a lot of it, just a little bit. And I'm just going to dot this on the area I'm going to take the sample from, okay? So I think if we take one from, I think the side of the face will be less intrusive. So let me just go around here and just dot it around the area, not the area. And then I'll just rub that in. Okay, great. So now the part I've been dreading. So I'm going to take this small blunt razor. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. It's not going to hurt you. What I'm going to do is take this razor and just very gently, for want of a better word, scrape it onto the area of your face, and that will give me a sample of your skin. Okay, I know it doesn't sound pleasant, but we have applied the anesthetic so you won't feel anything, okay? Actually, maybe this would help you calm down. When my people are going through something that's quite nerve-wracking, something that makes them very nervous, if we have a loved one with us, maybe that's a romantic partner or a family member or a friend, what my people do is that we hold their hand, and for us that's a sign of comfort. So since you grabbed my hand before, I'm going to put my hand out now, and if you want to, you can take my hand again like you did before while I take the sample, okay? Aw, you did grab it again. You must understand me somehow then. To some extent you must. So I'm going to take the sample now, okay? And again I'm going to move very slowly, very gently. And I'm just going to scrape the blade very gently on your skin. Hang on, could you let go of my hand for just a second? Thank you. Let me just put this sample into this bag here. And there we go. That's the first sample down. Now we can move on to the second sample, which is the sample from your arm. And again, same procedure, just going to take some of the anesthetic cream onto my hand. And let me just take your arm here and apply it to just a small area. I reckon your upper arm would be the best for this, so let me just apply it to a small region to your upper arm, dot it on the area and then rub it in. There we go. And let me grab a clean razor and I will put my hand out again if you want to hold it. I'm glad holding my hand seems to comfort you a little bit. So let me take this sample from your arm. Again, just softly scraping the razor across your skin. And there we go. That's the other one done. Can you let go of my hand again, please? Thank you. And let me put this one in a separate bag. Let me label them as well so that I know which one's which. There we go. So that's 2 samples down. I think the only other one I need to get is a saliva sample, and then I think we're done. We try to design these exams so that they're not too intense or too intrusive, because we do understand that it is very scary for you to be here, to be in unfamiliar territory, and we don't want to cause you distress. So we do try to design these exams to be as least demanding as possible. Instead of doing everything in one kind of block. We like to spread things out so that it's, again, less distressing and less physically demanding on you. But do we succeed? I don't know. And do I think this facility adheres to the policy of not causing distress to subjects, or specimens as they call them? That's a story for another time. You know, I don't even like that they call you specimens. You have been affectionately labelled Specimen 75E. I really don't like that. I know we have to give you some type of name so that we know who is who on the records, but I just think that you are more than just a specimen, and I think it could, or I think it does, give some scientists here a precedent to treat species such as yourself with less respect than you deserve. But that's just a theory. And we need to get on with the last part of this examination, which is the saliva sample. So this will also allow me to get a look at your teeth as well. Then I can make some notes about them. So all I want you to do is just open your mouth so that I can have a look at your teeth, and so that I can take a saliva sample from your tongue. So that will involve me just taking this swab here and applying it to your tongue for just a couple seconds, and then that will be it, okay? Then that's the exam over. So can you open your mouth for me, please? Thank you. And before I take the sample, I'm just going to have a quick look at your teeth. I'm not going to touch your face or your mouth or anything. I'm just going to have a look. Okay. Your teeth seem pretty strong. You must have a pretty killer smile with teeth like these. If your species does smile. Honestly, I wouldn't mind having a set of teeth like these myself. Okay, let me just make some notes about that. Okay, so now I'll take the sample. So again, let me just get this swab, and I'm just going to put it on your tongue just for a couple seconds, and there we go. Let me put that in this vial over here, and we are done. That is it. I have to say, you have done so well. You have been one of the most cooperative specimens or species I have had the pleasure to examine, and it's been really nice getting to know you. So now, to officially mark that the examination is over, let me just take all those patches off your head so that the recording can save, and then I can leave you alone. So let me just come around you and do that. Okay, that's all done. The recording of your brain activity on the machine has stopped, and that will be saving now. So now it's over. Is anybody else around? No, they're not. Okay, so I shouldn't be saying this to you at all. Since I've taken the patches off of you and your brain is no longer being recorded, the exam is over. So there's no monitors in here, there's no cameras, there's no microphones. So this conversation is strictly between you and me. And I know you can understand me. What I said before about whether some scientists here don't treat species like yourself with the dignity you deserve, I'm worried that mistreatment of extraterrestrial life is happening here. I'm worried that after all the exams and all the experimenting has been done on beings such as yourself, you are not put back into your homes. I think you are kept here as prisoners, and I don't want that to happen. We as scientists, well, I'm technically still a research assistant, but I can promise you I'm close to the promotion. Us as scientists or researchers have a responsibility to treat every life form with respect, with kindness. And if we don't do that, then we are breaching the code of conduct that we vowed to abide by when we became scientists, when we entered this field. So I can't just stand by knowing that scientists are potentially breaking that promise. I can't stand by knowing there's mistreatment going on. I need to do something. So I'm starting now. I'm going to make sure that you get out of here in any way possible, okay? I'm going to make sure that you're set free, because you deserve to go home. I'll be back, okay? With more information, and hopefully a way for you to speak to me, rather than it be just me talking to you all the time. But I'm going to take these samples and that brain activity recording back to the lab now, and I'm going to make sure that nobody else touches it. I'll make sure I'm assigned to be your main researcher, so that means nobody else can access your samples. They'll be safe with me. And you will be safe with me as well. I promise.